Hello and welcome back everybody to another World of Warcraft gold farming video. So in this video we're going to be farming plunder treasure, which have a chance of dropping raw gold, ores, cloths, modes of harmony, greens. We'll also be getting the Harmonious Porcupette and a bunch of raw gold, about 1,500 to about 2,000 raw gold every hour. So before you do anything, make sure to check your auction house prices for these items to see if it's worth doing for you. But we're going to be farming this in the southeastern coast of the Timeless Isle right here. We're going to be killing these Gulp frogs, these level 91 elites. If you don't know how to get to the Timeless Isle, you can either fly there, or if you haven't been there before, you can go to the Vale of Eternal Blossoms and speak to Chromie, which is either in one of these three buildings, either in the Shrine of Two Moons, the Shrine of Seven Stars, or Meshuggah Palace. I'm not too sure, but she gives you a quest which will teleport you here, which is very convenient. But as for requirements, you definitely want to pick up some potions of luck, and depending on how long you want to do this for, each potion of luck lasts for 20 minutes, so you can get a bunch of those. If they are overpriced on your server, you can just make them with one golden lotus if you have an alchemist, but I just don't bother with that. Just buy them off the auction house. They're not too bad, and they're not too expensive on most servers either way. So also you want revered reputation with the Emperor of Shaohao, and you definitely want to get that, as if you don't have it you won't actually be able to buy the Harmonious Porcupette, which you can later sell on the auction house. So I do recommend farming that up if you don't have it already. But other than that, I'm going to show you the route of this farm. So the route is very complicated, it's very class based, it depends on your class. Melee are going to have a much harder time with doing this than ranged, but I'm just going to show you how I do it as a druid. As a balanced druid to be in specific. So what I do, okay, so let me tell you about these mobs first. These mobs, they put poison on you. Let me try get one to aggro me. And you can actually dodge them, which is nice. So as you can see, this Gulp frog put a poison on me, and it's stacking up to 2. And if this stacks up to 10, it will instantly kill you, as it says on the tooltip. So you definitely want to avoid it stacking up to 10. It's usually good to have a few safe measures just in case it goes too high. What I usually do is I just shadow meld when it gets up to 9. You can bubble, you can vanish, you can use all the abilities you have to drop combat or to get out of there. You can't actually dispel this, so don't bother trying. But basically what I do to get around this, I just run up to them like this, and then I just starfall everything, and everything comes towards me. You might think this is risky, but I do have a way of dealing with them. So right now they're really close to me, and just keep an eye on my stacks of that poison. So it's gone up to 9. So as you can see, it's gone up to 8, and it's gone up quite high. So that's quite risky, but I basically use Ursul's Vortex, however you say that, and that just brings the mobs back to that point, and it slows them as well. And basically that's on a 1-minute cooldown, which is pretty annoying. But I do have 2 other abilities. I have Typhoon as well as Displace a Beast. And Displace a Beast just teleports me forwards and gives me some movement speed for a while. And Typhoon pushes these guys back and then just slows them. So as you can see, I'll do it again with these mobs. There's not as many here now. I think this warrior was killing them. So there's a few of them here. If you do have trouble doing this, you can just kill them one by one, although it will be quite less efficient than the way I'm doing it now. I guess monks will have a much easier time of doing this with the monk statue as well as their movability, which is nice. So as you can see, I just finished the rest off with Moonfire. Oh, I can just pop Starfall again. Starfall does quite a lot of damage. I did actually have to gear up my druid for this. My druid was about 580 eye level or something, and I definitely couldn't do it at that eye level. So you definitely want a decent amount of eye level. So as you can see, I got 2 items there. You do get these timeless items, which if they are a part of your class. So if I get leather ones, I can actually convert them into proper items, which sell for a decent amount of gold. Another thing about this is they are Battle.net account bound, so you can actually send this to your alts, and then they can open them up, and then you can send them back to your main and then just vendor them. And the vendor price is much higher than this price. Usually vendors for about 20 to 30 gold each. We'll also be getting a bunch of greens and stuff as well, so that's nice. Another thing you want is the add-on called Cross-Realm Assist. So as you can see, I've killed all of these mobs here, and to make them respawn, just use Cross-Realm Assist. And as you can see, they're all back. And now I'm surrounded. Let me leave this server. Also, the Harmonious Porcupette costs about 7,500 timeless coins. And what I forgot to mention is that there are a bunch of Timeless Isle buffs on the Timeless Isle. And you definitely want to pick up these shrines. So if I pray to the shrine right here, it gave me this buff called Zuin's Strength, which increases damage dealt by 15%, which is nice. There are 2 more that are quite good. There's one that gives you a boost to your secondary stats, so it gives you 25% crit, mastery, and haste, which is not as good. We don't really need mastery for this, or haste, depending on your class, of course. And there's another one that actually increases all stats by 20% or 25%, I can't remember. And there is actually another one which decreases all damage by 25%, but that is quite irrelevant in this farm, of course, since no matter how highly engaged you are, these mobs will still one-shot you once that poison reaches 10 stacks. So it's definitely nice to pick those up, and there are a few other ones. There's these 3 which will drop off these Gulp frogs, so you won't have to worry about farming these up. There's the Singing Crystal, the Dew of the Eternal Morning, and the Book of Ages. And these just increase your DPS and just give you a bunch of stats and other utility stuff. But other than that, guys, let me get into the gold breakdown. So I farmed this spot for 20 minutes, and in raw gold I obtained 3 gold in total. From the Plunder Treasure gold, I got 92 gold. From Vendor Trash, I got 53 gold. I vended 31 greens, blues, and purples for 431 gold. I got 3 Spirits of Harmony, which sell for 74 gold and 95 silver each, for a total of 225 gold. I got 1 Ghost Iron Lockbox, and if you lockpick that, it usually has a green and a bunch of other items, worth about 60 gold in total. So that's 60 gold for that. I got 25 Ghost Iron Ore, which sell for 3 gold and 72 silver each, for a total of 93 gold. I got 12 Black Trillium Ore, which sell for 11 gold and 83 silver each, for 142 gold. I got 14 White Trillium Ore, which sell for 12 gold and 63 silver each, for 177 gold. I got 18 Windwall Cloth, which sell for 1 gold and 26 silver each, for 23 gold. And I got 10 Exotic Leather, which sell for 1 gold each at 10 gold. So as for the timeless coins, I got 3,776 in 20 minutes. So altogether in total, I made 1,309 gold in 20 minutes. If you calculate that out per hour, that's about 3,927 gold. And then plus the 800 gold for the Harmonious Porcupette is about 4,727 gold every hour. So as for my final thoughts on this farm is actually very fun to do as it keeps you on your toes. If you let too many of these mobs aggro on you, it will instantly kill you, and it has happened to me a few times. The more you do it and the more you practice it, the easier it will become. Of course, I can't tell you each strategy for each class, you're going to have to make that up yourself, but I guess the default strategy is just killing 1 or 2 of them at a time, so you don't actually have to worry about those poison stacking up on you and killing you. So you can do that if you really want to. However, of course, you'll be making less gold that way. And lastly, the good thing about this farm is a large portion of your gold will be in raw gold, so you won't actually have to meddle too much with the auction house. So if you have a bad economy on your server, if you're on a very low population server or a very high population server, and these items don't sell very well, you will still be making a decent amount of raw gold. But I guess that's the end of this video, guys. Like and favorite if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more gold guides like this from me in the future. Until next time, guys, bye!